Unit 20 Breeding and Biotechnology. Through this the unit we have studied several methods which help for to improve the crop and which help us to resistant for the plants. So we have studied the several technique which help the farmers to improve their farming as well as they improve the plant growth and resistant to the disease. So today we are going to study the special methods of plant breeding for crop improvements. So those days the farmer is not use that biotechnology, they will go for that is a traditional farming. But now, so we are in the technology world, we have many several technique which is help us to improve and cultivating the crop in better manner when you compare with the olden days. So these the things we are going to study now. Methods of the plant breeding to develop high yielding varieties are given below. So if you want to improve the plant breeding for the high yield variety, so we have to follow a certain methods. So these are the method now we are going to discuss. Introductions of new variety of plants. So it is very important for us to introduce the new variety. Because the new variety carried the desirable characters. For example, the new variety is resistant to the disease. It means the plants not affected by the disease are resistant to the insects. So the plants have the resistance to protect themselves. It means the plants itself protect themselves from the insects effects. So it is very important for us to select the new variety which have the resistance to the environment. So this is the first method which help for the plant breeding to develop the high yield variety. The next selections. Selection is very important because which variety we are going to select. The selection should be is very important because after cultivating the plants then feel something worst, it's better to have better idea to select the variety. So this is also is very important for us to how to select the particular variety which help to give more yield. Polyploidy breeding. So how that we encourage the breeding which is helpful to improve more. So that's also we are going to discuss. Mutations breeding. So mutations, yes, sudden changes in gene. So if the plant have undesirable characters, we can take that gene which is response for the characters, the whatever may carry it from the plants, it is removed. The undesirable characters is removed from that. So that also we are going to discuss. Hybridizations. So these are the method is very important for us as well as the farmer to develop high yield variety of the plants. So first we are going to study about the introductions of new varieties of the plants. It is the process of introducing high yield variety of plants from one place to another place. We know that the plants is have proper environment which help for their growth, which help for the survival of the plants. So when you move one place to another place, so it is a little complicated and it is little challenges for us to introduce that plants one place to another place. So we have to careful. That's the way that plants we called, such a plants are called exotic species, exotic or indigenous species. So exotic species means from foreign country to our country or here to another country. So this is the exotic species. Indigenous species, the plants which is available in our nations, in our country, we go for the cross breeding. But here exotic breeding is nothing. The plants comes from foreign. This import plant material carried the pathogen and pest. Hence, they are thoroughly tested in a plant's contents before breeding introductions to the field. So, what do you mean by the pathogens? Pathogens means the organism which causes the disease. So plants also affected by the disease. Not only the human being, the plants also have affected the disease. So that we called the organism we called pathogen. And pest. Pest means we can call is the insects. Whatever may be. It's a grasshopper or other insects. So this we call is a pest. So before that introduction of the new variety, they are tested with all the pathogens as well as the pest. After that only they introduce. Phaseolus mangoes was introduced from China. So this we cultivating in our country, but it comes from the China. After cultivating these plants, the China tested with all the varieties, all this the new variety, this variety, and after that is import to India. So this is the one of the things, the introductions of the new variety of the plants. So we called these species, or these are the species we called exotic species because it comes from foreign. Selections. So this is the second. First we have selected that new variety which is helpful to yield the more. Selection is one of the oldest method of plant breeding in which individual plants and group of the plants are started out from mixed population based on their morphology characters. So means that the characters, how that the food material, how the nutrition of the food material, so how that is the survival of this. So these are we analyze that, then they will go for the selection. Selections means we know that very simple. We select something which is best. So here also they follow that, the farmers also follow that. They select while they are cultivating the plants, they select which plants is very best for to yield more yield as well as very good nutrients. So that we call is a selections, which the method of the selections. So how that is selection? Selection is nothing. Out of their cultivations, they select which variety is best. There are three methods. So there are three methods of the selections. One is mass selections. A large amount of the selections. Pure line selections. Clonal selections. So there are three methods are followed by the methods of the selections. It is also held for the plant breeding. So first one is we call is a mass selection. Second one is a pure line selections. Third one clonal selections. What is a mass selections? The seeds of best plants show desirable character are collected from the mixed populations. While they are cultivating that plants, some of the unwanted or some of the other species may be cultivated among their particular species. So they are collecting that, which is the desirable character, which is the mixed group. So this is very important for to mention there. The collected seeds are allowed to rise the second generations. So first they will select that seeds which have, or select the plants which have the desirable characters from the mixed populations. Then they will go for to rise the second generations. This is carried out for 7 or 8 generations. So they are cultivating first and second, third, 4, 5 up to 7 and 8. Then only so we can get the seeds without any mixtures. We know that the genetic character is carried one place to another place, or one generation to another generations. Some of the character we call is the dominant character. Some of the character we call is a recessive character. Dominant character always is a dominant over the recessive character, but even though the recessive character is present there, that's why they go for 7 or 8 generations. Then only they comes to the very few conditions. Otherwise, the recessive character maybe is present there. When that recessive character become as a dominant character, that it express. That's the way while we are cultivating the same species for particularly 7 or 8 generations, we come to know that the recessive character completely is stopped. Then the dominant character maybe is follow that, or the desirable character may comes out. At the end of this will be multiplied and distributed to the farmer for the cultivation. So after that they will distribute or cultivating, and many farmers may encourage to cultivate that. Some common example for mass selections are groundnut varieties like TMV2 and AK10. There are 2 varieties there. So one more questions may ask that. So look at this, the mixture. First they will select. So this is the target plants they are selecting. So when they are go for the second generations, so these characters also comes here. So that's why I told that the recessive character here is express. So what happened? So the second generations, after up to 7 or 8 generations, the purely the desirable species are selected from here. Then they will go for the cultivation, they multiply the seeds, then will give to the farmers. So this is the selection methods of the plants. Pure line selections. What is the pure line selections? Pure lines is the progeny of the single individual obtained by self-breeding. So that is the offsprings, the young ones. We call the young ones. This is called the individual plants selections. The previous ones we call is a mass selections. So this we call is a individual selections. The pure line selections, large number of the plants are selected from the self-pollination crop and harvested individually. So they will allow for the self-pollinations, that they allow for the individual harvesting, they will select the individual plants progenies from them are evaluated separately. So then they, after that they will go for the evaluations how that the character is comes while we are cultivating. The best one of the is released of the pure line variety. So after conclusions they come to that, okay, this is a pure lines, it means the desirable character only consists of these plants, or this variety have only the desirable character. It may be the resistant to the plants, or it may be resistant to the insects, or it may be is the desirable nutrients, or it may cultivate is very easily. So these are come to the conclusions, they will select by the pure line. Then after that they will give to the farmers, they will go for the cultivations. The progeny is the similar both genetically or genotypically and phenotypically. We know that the genotype is nothing, the gene which is response for the phenotype. Phenotype means, what is the phenotype? The external appearance, how that the plants is produce the crop, how the plants seems to be, how the plants is short or tall, how that the plants fruits taste. So this are is very important, because which purpose or this purpose we are cultivating the plants. So genetically and phenotypically are similar. It means there is no interconnections, or there is no recessive character or undesirable character inside the plants. Whatever we see, that's are pure. There is no mixture of any undesirable character in these plants. Clonal selections. So clonal selection, a group of the plants produced from the single plants through vegetative asexual reproductions are called clonal. So cloning, we know that the cloning means nothing, any type of the plant tissues may go for the to produce the new plants. All the plants of the clonal are similar both in genotypically and phenotypically. The selection of the desirable clonals from the mixed populations of vegetatively propagated crop is called clonal selection. So they will select that the good varieties. So while we are go for this, so only select that. Here they will go for the tissue culture or some other the clonal methods of the plant breeding. So when we come to that, is this is a very good plants, so they will cultivate or they will recommend we how to study. So there are two questions are there. There are two methods of the selections: mass selections, pure line selections, clonal selections. What do you mean by the selections? That is the old method. They will come to the conclusions which is very best for to cultivate, and the introductions of the new varieties. So today we have studied the two topics: introductions of the new variety of the plants and selections. So it is very very important for the plant breeding. So it may ask us here 7 more questions. So explain the methods of plant breeding to develop high yield variety. So you have to explain that the introductions of the new variety, selections, polyploidy, and mutations breeding and hybridizations. So this is the very important for us to study. Thank you.